Good evening. Welcome back to Twin State Sports. I'm Zach Seminar. Now, just a couple of weeks ago, Mississippi State Bulldogs thought that they'd be taking on UMass this week. After a couple of hard-fought wins, an inspired UMass team will enter Starkville tomorrow morning. Last year, the Bulldogs struggled to a 47-35 win on the road at Gillette Stadium against the Minutemen, but tomorrow figures to be a challenge. After starting the season 0-6, the Minutemen, they've won 2 games in a row with their postseason hopes in jeopardy. 4 of Massachusetts' losses have come by 1-possession games. And they even took Tennessee down to the wire before falling in Knoxville by 4. And Coach Mullen says this week's opponent has all of their attention.
They have a very explosive offense, aggressive defense. They got some really good corners on the outside to go cover you. And for us, I think the last time, we coming off a big win, it's with our players. And I talk about us being a young team that's starting to get older. We'll see our maturity this week of how we handle the success. Last time we had a little bit of success, on a big win. I don't think our guys handled it very well.
The Mississippi State men's basketball team put the finishing touches on things in their final tune-up ahead of next week's regular season opener. MSU scored an 87-62 win over D2 West Florida on Thursday night. MSU trailed for much of the first half until a late 13-0 first-half run provided some separation. The Dogs, they had 5 players finish in double figures, led by Eric Holman. He had 16. MSU opens with Alabama State a week from tonight. Rajon Rondo has missed every game so far this season for the New Orleans Pelicans as he continues to recover from surgery. He had October 10th to fix a core muscle injury. Rondo, who is struggling with his lateral movement after the sports hernia surgery, says that there's a chance that he could return in as little as 2 weeks when the team takes on Denver. The team signed Rondo to a 1-year, $3.3 million contract in July. Rondo is all about the long term, and he won't join that active roster until he's fully up to speed. Rondo said that this season is a marathon, as it is every season, and he doesn't want to come, play 2 games, tweak something, and then have to sit out for another 2 weeks. Turning our attention to NASCAR, it was a wild ending last weekend in Martinsville, and with opportunities dwindling for drivers to clinch one of 3 remaining spots at Homestead, Miami, this weekend's AAA Texas 500 is bound to be just as wild as last weekend. Expect a hot, slick track with temps reaching into the low 90s this weekend, and today some of the guys talked about their chance to advance come Sunday.
As far as last week goes, I don't know that my thoughts are a whole lot different today than they were then. I'm still pretty frustrated about it, and really as the week has gone along, it's given me a lot of time to think about how close we were to going to Homestead. And this is a point in this round where we're going to have to perform these next 2 weeks to have a chance at Homestead.
Yeah, I do feel good about getting in, but I think we're all just so used to momentum, and we haven't had that extremely high positive momentum, race-winning momentum on our side just yet. As the playoffs have started, we've been able to ratchet it up some and clean up some areas, but we're still searching a little bit and looking for more speed.
Sunday's race just outside of Fort Worth set to begin shortly after 1 p.m. World Series champs, they're back home in Houston. The Astros rolled into George Bush Intercontinental Airport in the hangar with a water cannon salute last night. That's cool. The team then made its way back to Minute Maid Park, where they were met by a lot of cheering fans. The franchise secured its first World Series title over the Dodgers Wednesday night. City officials honored the team with a championship parade this afternoon, wrapped up with a rally outside of Houston's City Hall. And I can't imagine the pure jubilation from the fans. I literally can't imagine. I know you can because you're a Yankees fan. You've been a part of a World Series champion, but none of my teams have ever won the big game. They never won the Super Bowl, the World Series, the NBA Finals.
Well,
Is it cool?
You gotta come away from the Milwaukee thing.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
I understand. But yeah, the Yankees, I'm proud of the Astros. After all that, the hurricane, that city has really overcome a lot. And to win the championship, boy, I'm pretty sure the people are proud. I got a college teammate there. He's excited. He called me every day since.
Minute Maid Park is my favorite baseball park I've ever been to. I've been to about a dozen. It doesn't get any better than Minute Maid.
All right. Thanks a lot, sir.
You're welcome.